Who's intro?
I can intro.
Okay. I found your maze.
Huh? Oh yeah, that's funky.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, weird. Like there was powder on it, was there? No, because it didn't emboss the maze.
No, just pressed really hard.
It's amazing.
That's not what I expected to happen.
Me either. I was like, oh, okay, this is mine.
Is our IG back? Or is it just streaming on Facebook and YouTube?
Our IG is not back.
Okay.
It is on Facebook, YouTube,
And our website.
and our website.
And our website.
But just remember, there's more delays.
Yeah, I'm like super far behind.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at 120. Way behind. Way behind.
I can't remember who we made the cards with. Lori? Grace, really quick, do you remember who we made cards with on Cards for Cubs?
We need cards on cards.
The influencers.
Their names.
I know it was Lori and Laura, I think, but I don't remember what their...
Laura.
Laura.
By our favorite card influencers. 20.
I don't remember.
Lori with Soapbox Creations.
Got it.
And Laura Basson.
Okay. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Barely Out Live. I'm here with Jeremy.
And I'm here with Andrea.
And we are making our last card of March.
Yes, indeed.
March is coming to an end, and you know what that means? Cards
Yes.
for Cubs is also coming to an end for the month.
Indeed. But just the collection period.
Yes.
Indeed.
But what happens if they send them and it doesn't get here until, like next week?
It's okay. If you guys have been making Cards for Cubs, we are still, of course, going to accept them past the 31st. We're not going to send them back or anything like that. Of course, it's just for the reason that we have that data so that we can know how many cards are coming in and prepare for the rest of the year, right? Because we still have a lot of work to do to now get all these cards out to those kids that are in need. So thank you so much for everyone that's participating. And if you haven't quite gotten those cards sent in quite yet, it's okay. Just go ahead and try to get them in as soon as possible so that we can receive everything here. Hopefully to have everything on Monday.
Yes, super excited. We've got so many. We have even more. We don't even know how many are in our room right now.
Yes.
Because we haven't gone through every single box yet, but we already have received for sure at least, what was it?
About 15,000.
About 15.
15,000 cards are confirmed and sorted and are sitting. But then we've got piles and piles of other boxes that are not sorted yet. So if you went into the Cards for Cubs and didn't see that received card section yet, don't worry about that. It'll appear all there soon enough.
Yeah,
But
we've got
it'll
a ton
take
more to
some
go
time.
through.
Yes.
And so that means, of course, we need volunteers. So the end of Cards for Cubs collecting part, the card drive is now coming to an end, but the rest of the year is us finding volunteers and foster agencies that we can send all these wonderful, beautiful handmade cards to.
Yes. So if you're in the DFW area and you need some extra volunteer hours or anything along that lines, come on down. Go ahead and check out our website, cardsforcubs.org, and you can see all the volunteer information there. We need help sorting cards. We need help shipping cards, packing cards, everything card related except for making them.
Yeah, you guys got that one down already.
Yes, yes. The first step is complete and the rest is yet to come.
So if you want updates on when we're, or if you want to like sign up for volunteering, we do accept individuals and we also accept groups. So if your business, your school, your church wants to come in a group of people, we welcome you. And you can check out that on cardsforcubs.org.
Yes, all on cardsforcubs.org. And currently we have about 67-ish thousand pledged cards. So we'll see how many we end up getting.
Speaking of cards, I've got the stack of cards we've made since Cardathon happened. We've got a couple of cards from the wonderful influencers who joined us. I do believe it was Laura and Lori. There was a Lori and a Laura, and there was almost a Laurel.
There's almost a Laurel. A lot of L's.
We got these gorgeous cards. This one's actually an SVG from Barely Art, and then this one was a die cut, which is really cool.
Yes.
Then we got this one on Cardathon as well. You and me made this one, Jeremy. If you recall, it's a birthday card.
Oh, yes, the birthday card.
And since then, we've made cards on our craft-alongs all month long. We made this window card with the embossing powder. We made alcohol ink surfboards and
I like the alcohol
florals.
ink cards.
Me too.
Yes.
I think the surfboards are my favorite.
Yeah.
And then last week with Crafty Decor, she made a swinging card, which is now on our website. And we also made this, the card is thanks to brunch, but we changed it to you are excellent. This has to, you know what, this is my favorite actually.
I think that one
You're right. I saw the surfboards like, oh, this was a lot of fun, but then I forgot this one right under.
Forgot about the excellent
But
card.
the card we're making today is actually the card that has been our top trending card, SVG. Or I'm sorry, top trending SVG, just period, on Barely.art.
Period.
So if you want those files, go. They are free, and we have this one as well. This one's the Showered with Love card, and it is so adorable. We also are not just doing paper today, though. So if you are on our email list, you saw the vinyl and paper. So the raindrops and the hearts are vinyl because we are collabing with TeckWrap. They sent us some really cool vinyl here, and they're really pretty. And so I know people have been using them a lot for small or delicate cuts. And so I was like, what better time to use it than with this card? So that's what we'll be making today.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're going to be doing lots of different techniques and things than you typically see us do. So strap in and enjoy the ride.
And don't forget, though, we are not on Instagram right now. So you have to view us. If you're wondering, like, why am I watching on Facebook or YouTube or on the Barely Art website?
Yes.
Instagram had an update, and so we are not able to go live on there right now, unfortunately. Yes. So until farther notice, we are on our website, YouTube, and Facebook. So check us out here, wherever you're viewing us from, and tell your friends if they're confused. Like, Barely Art sure did used to have a lot of craft-alongs, but now I never see them. It's because you're on Instagram still. Sign up for our emails, and you'll get those messages.
Yes, indeed. Yes. And those will update you with everything that is going on, especially all of these lovely crafts.
Yes. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. We've got vinyl here, which I just want to show you guys really quick. It's this shiny vinyl we're using. We're gonna layer it with some pink vinyl, and then we've got the blue vinyl for the raindrops. Really cool, kind of metallic. I just realized, oh no, I do have the tool here. Cool, good. We're gonna need this little pick tool to for that, and also the transfer, not paper, transfer. Is it transfer paper?
Transfer paper. Yeah.
It just feels weird because it's not paper. It's like a sticky
Plastic,
thing.
paper,
Yeah.
close enough. They're both
So
thin
the
and
layers
flat.
are of course, blank card here. I'm using yellow again. And then we've got a blue square.
Blue squares.
Or rectangle.
Right.
A yellow rectangle.
Yellow rectangle.
And then a different blue than this one. This one's like a nice light blue. This one's more of a rainy day kind of blue. And the white piece here, green grass, and you can make the umbrella whatever color you want. I kept yellow because it made me happy.
Yes, I like the color palette that you have here, the blues and the yellows.
Yeah.
Makes it very nice.
And some shiny foil
Little bit
paper,
of pinks.
and then some just a little handle here.
Easy.
So again, this is our showered with love card. It's really, really cute, and again, the trending SVG on our website.
Yes, and available on our website for free on barely.art.
All right, to start off, we are going to emboss
Okay.
these pieces. So you're gonna have to share the embossing machine again.
Oh, right. Sharing is caring. Let's go.
Is caring. I'm gonna bring it. It's so clunky.
Yes, I also tried the obvious art of just smashing the embossing. That does not work. You must have a machine like this one here. This is the Spellbinders one that we're using.
Nice even.
Yes, nice and even.
Embossing.
And so, Andrea, what are you going to do here?
Okay, so I guess I'm going to actually do the umbrella first.
Okay.
So the umbrella, I did not, because I'm using a foil paper, I didn't want to glue them on top of each other just yet because it does kind of rip the foil off. And so I want to keep it that gold because it just really goes with the yellow. So I'm going to put it in the embossing folder and try and keep it.
I'll throw mine in here with yours as well.
Try and keep it straight because I want it to look like it's going to match each other. Here we go. I'm going to close this and got my embossing plate here. This clear piece here. And then it doesn't seem, I don't know if it's the folder we're using or what, but it needs still a little bit thicker. So I have watercolor paper. I've used this before. It's just my little trick. And it puts it just enough pressure to push everything through. So then we just...
Yes. And just kind of feel for it as well. If it doesn't feel like it's pressing much, then just put a little bit of extra thickness there. I think it's because we're kind of mixing up some different companies' stuff here. And it's not barely art stuff altogether. So it's a couple of different companies. So the thicknesses might have varied just a little bit.
Ta-da! And we got these lovely polka dots now.
All these little embossed pieces.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Now, what happens if your pieces don't fit in the folder, like the piece we're about to do right now?
Let's see here.
Where's my blue piece? Yeah,
you can take mine.
Okay, so the kind of cool thing about embossing folders like this is that they are little bumps on here. So you can kind of, if it, I'll show you in a sec. So we're going to do half instead of doing it this way because we wouldn't be able to cover everything. It would, in the corners here, it'd still be blank and flat and it wouldn't be cute.
Right.
So we're going to turn it this way. And I'm going to put the dots where we want them, which is about right here for me. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. Put our plate here, embossing folder and paper and the little clear and the extra thick paper.
Little thickness.
Cycle it through. And we've got embossing on part of it. And it's like I said, the little bumps help because you can kind of just place it where the other one is to continue the pattern. Let me just find it. There we go. So it kind of sticks into place. It just feels like it's
you can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it kind of locks in. And then you do it again. Oh,
Round two. And there's your other piece of paper that kind of just appeared. I don't even know how I got over there.
I don't know. All right, and just zip it in. I like this machine. It's very cranky.
Yes. Gotta turn the crank. Okay.
Oh no, it moved. Okay, it moved a little bit, so I gotta redo this.
Oh, that moved.
Okay. It did move.
Oh no.
That's okay.
Trial and error.
we just have to put him back on.
Kind of
This
line it
way.
all up
Yeah.
a bit. And the good thing is that even if you mess up or anything, you're really only getting all of these side pieces here,
Mhm.
right? So there's not so much that's happening. You won't see, it's hard to see on camera, there we go. You won't see everything that's underneath it, so if you mess up, it's okay.
It's just a little off. I must have moved it. That's okay. Again, because it's embossing, I can just kind of put it back in because it fits on the piece that it was at. I got one side in. Oh no, it looks a little extra dotty. Maybe I should tape it next time. All right, guys, next time
okay.
tape it. But you know, I think it still looks good.
Yes, it looks
Like
good.
raindrops. I'm
Yes.
trying to get it in place.
Nice and aligned.
Wait,
Hold on.
under.
I think whenever you're putting this on top, it's moving it
It's
a bit.
sliding it.
Yes, just a wee bit.
One more time. Whee! Okay.
All right, there we go.
All right, there you go. Oops, sorry. It's slide it back, and I gotta get my paper done now. Nah, I
Okay.
messed yours all
I'm
up.
gonna do this one then. In that case, you can have your messed up paper, and
I'll take it.
I'll take this one here, huh?
Fair
All
enough.
right, so put this on there like that. I need some practice too. All right, so stick that on there, right, horizontally like that, and don't move it. Nice and easy. Cover it up. And let it rip. All right. Send it through.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da. All right, and then round 2. So you're saying line it up. Oh, I see. Feel the dots.
Yeah, because it'll lock in there.
I see, I see.
Well, it should.
If you do it correctly, unlike what I'm doing, oh, there it goes. All right, locked up. Nice and flat. Just like that. And away she goes.
All right, I have a better feeling about this one.
I think so. I think we aligned it appropriately this time.
Ta-da!
Hey, there we go.
Very nice.
All right, then we have this.
Cute. All right, our pieces are now embossed, which I really like.
Yes, me too.
Okay, so I'll put my folder and my paper aside. And this really big machine.
Just push that away.
Okay, it's a little heavy.
Alrighty.
All right, so now we have our pieces embossed. And we got our yellow. Thank you. Yellow piece here.
Okay.
So before we wait, I have an extra folder. This is your folder. And before we glue the blue, I'm not gonna do the background just yet. I want to start working on the umbrella part.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and glue the darker blue rectangle on the yellow rectangle here.
Okay, sounds good. So we're just aligning that up.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, using our whimsical witches stand here, our beehive stand.
Beehive.
Beehive. It's just good for me because I always forget my pen. Or break it. Or
Or
something.
lose it.
Or lose it. That's the thing, is that we're too spoiled. We just have like infinite amount of pens basically. And so if we lose a pen, it's like, oh, let's just grab another one. But I know for not everyone out there, they can do that.
Yeah, that little magnet on the beehive.
The magnet helps and just not having to use it.
True.
All right, just like that. Easy.
All right, now this is nice on here. All right, remember, we are going to use vinyl in a little bit, so we don't want to put any cubies on because we will use cubies later. But then we'll go press the vinyl all the way down. So.
I see. So then our little archway piece here.
Yep.
All right, and then this is going to touch right at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. Take this sucker here, line this up in the middle. And if you got some aligning tools and such, that's always helpful. But we're eyeballing. All right. And of course, if you're a little bit off, you can always press on it just a little bit too until it actually sticks. Press a little bit there and good. Boom.
All right, so I will say this to be careful on the next couple parts. So we're going to use our vinyl on this page and we're going to push down the vinyl. So if you use vinyl before, it's kind of like an all at once sticker. So you take off, there's little cuts here. We'll take off the non-cut shape. So not the hearts will stay on the paper. We'll take off the rest of it. And then with transfer paper, we'll take all the hearts at once and put them all down at once. So to do that, the transfer paper means it's going to be sticky everywhere, and it could rip your little umbrella if you're not careful. But it's doable. The other one I did work. It just had like a little bit of a rip, but it was fixable.
Yes, indeed. And so I'm going to wait and glue my umbrella here in a little bit. I'm just going to eyeball it here, and so I'm going to get this off right here. And the reason that we're trying to keep all these pieces on is so that it all aligns all at once, like Andrea had said. We want to make sure that you are getting the negative off, right? Don't pull your hearts off, right? You need to keep it like that. If you haven't used vinyl before, right, that's what you're trying to do here. Just kind of push on it like that. Push on it. And this vinyl is very nice.
So pretty. This is TeckWrap vinyl again. They were nice enough to send us a few, and I thought this would be the there's not a better time to use it.
Exactly.
This is a good one, I felt.
Mm-hmm.
All the little hearts and pieces.
Yes.
Because you can do it with paper. Like, don't get me wrong. This is totally possible.
Yes.
And it's just you to hand place it.
A little more work on that end. And a lining too. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this down on top of here. Like that. Press into it a little bit. Okay, and then when you pull it up here, all those should come with it. All right, if it doesn't, then you need to press a little bit more. You can see those hearts kind of popping out. Just be slow. There we go. Just like that. Got your hearts. Then you're going to line it. So I'm going to move my umbrella back, but then I'm going to quickly move it away again. Just so that I know where it is. All right. Put it down like there. Just like that. Move it out of the way. Whew. Shiny.
It's shiny.
Extra alignment going on there, making sure that we're good to go. And then always peel away at an angle, and that will help everything to stick. And again, just take it nice and easy. You're going to reuse this again. All right.
Yeah, this is pretty cool because you can reuse it.
Yes.
I'm not used to things like sticking and then unsticking.
And then unsticking, and then sticking again.
Yeah.
And then resticking. And keep sticking and sticking. Yes.
Precisely.
And so now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next little bit of this, the next little vinyl piece here. One little step at a time. Okay, grab this sucker.
All I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get all the heart to come up at once. I'm kind of pushing down on the vinyl. Or on the transfer paper through the vinyl.
And so these hearts here on the pink one are going to be a little bit smaller.
Okay. Yes, the reds are going to go first, and then the pink.
Yes. And then the same thing. Place it down. Stick on top. Make sure it's all nice and flat. Press it out.
There we go.
I might need to push a little bit more on mine. There we go.
All right, let's see if I get these hearts to stay. I think part of the trick is to kind of push on that corner that you're going to be lifting the start, because that's where it kind of starts and or starts to stick or starts to not stick.
Yes, indeed.
Let's do that. Pull off.
To move mine out.
There we go.
Nice.
think this particular color is Begonia Rose, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, that's a fun name.
Isn't it? I thought so
Begonia
too. It's
Rose.
so cute.
Mm-hmm. And so they have tons of different colors, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no, they sent us so many cool colors. We got the Begonia Rose. I don't have all the names, but I really liked this one. So this Begonia Rose, the blue, the pinks, and then there's like this kind of like not shiny, but still like shimmery, I guess. Gray one. I want to use. I think there's a light green one, and there's some like white sparkly one. I really want to use that one.
You got tons of them. All
I almost made this whole card vinyl, but I was like, no.
Just one giant card.
Do that. But I was really excited. I was like, everything can be shiny.
Yeah. All right, and that's what you'll have when you're done there, right? Just like that. And then raindrops next, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Take the raindrops. So yes, and it's always easier for me if you pull across where the points are, right? So in this case with the raindrops, I'm pulling like where the pointy part is. So everything kind of pulls off easily. Like that. Then I'm going to grab it again with your sticky sticks.
Stick.
And don't mind me. I'm sure my head's getting in the way. It's all alignment. All alignment.
So we have a question on YouTube. Can the SVGs be printed off on an inkjet regular printer? Can they? Well, let's see. Because it kind of, your SVG files, you'll get the SVG, so like the thing that you upload to Cricut, so it has all the parts separated. And then there's the JPEG, which is just the picture of it in color. Then there is PNG, so that's depending on the SVG. That's like if it's an animal, there's no background on it when you download it, so you don't have to like take if you take a JPEG and there's a white background. PNGs don't have the background, and then there's the PDF, and I mean, they can be printed just fine. Like, there's nothing fancy about it, but I'm not sure. Sometimes the pieces are separated depending on the project. So some projects, pieces will be separated so that way you can print them out and then hand cut them. But sometimes it wouldn't necessarily make sense for the SVG to be separated because it really, sometimes they're just really meant to be cut. Like, say anything that's, I think anything 3D isn't necessarily laid out for printing because it doesn't connect with the 11 by 11 point or by 8 point like copy paper.
Right.
So I think for some of them that doesn't make sense, and so I think they're not built that way.
You can modify it in a way that you could, is what she's kind of getting at.
There's a lot of files on there that kind of vary. Yes. So you can play around with them. So we're trying to give you all the tools, all the things you can use to change it up. And fit your needs. There's also on some of them, like again, I think with animals mostly, like there's outlines for people to print and then color in, because I know a lot of card makers like do the alcohol ink sort of thing. So yes, they can be printed, but depending on the project and what your personal project that you want to do, it might vary on how you get to from beginning to end.
Right, indeed. And I think I pulled a magic trick over here because I pulled off this and then I magically got some raindrops.
Okay, so
Andrew's pulling a joke on me.
Okay. For some of the vinyl has, and I didn't take it off the blue one, the vinyl has a protective layer on it.
Oh.
And so for the shiny, I did.
Oh, so I pulled off some nice little protective layer raindrops.
Yeah.
I see what's happening.
I totally forgot about that.
I'm like, what on earth is happening? Like, I pulled this off, and then I pulled these off. I'm like, I'm so confused right now.
I was explaining the SVGs. I saw you working on something a lot, but it wasn't registering that something went kind of wrong.
Okay, hold on. Let me, yes.
Well, I'm glad you told me because I need to take that off.
Yes. Okay, so take off your protective layer first. Throw all these little pieces on the floor. I was like, what is happening? Like magic. I was like, I don't understand vinyl. Help me. TeckWrap. Send a rep.
Oh, another question someone had, I forgot. I did put in a little question thing on Instagram earlier this week. We only had one question, but the question was, is Bailey ever going to consider doing silicone glue?
Interesting. That is a great question. Never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never. We haven't actually done a whole lot of research in silicone glue, but you know, Barely Art is always about providing opportunities and providing the best craft supplies to you guys. So if it's something that you guys want, then it's something that we can look into.
So in other words, thanks for bringing it up.
Yes, indeed. Okay, let me try this again. Actually, what am I doing? I have to peel away the other thing first. I'm all over the place.
That really threw you off.
Yeah, it did. Because I pulled this off like that, and then I'm like, these pieces came off, and then I'm gonna do everything out of order. You know what? Screw it. I got this. Look. I'm gonna pull the raindrops off of this. Is that possible? I don't know if that could be done, but we're gonna try anyways. Okay, no, I'm just struggling. Struggle busting over here.
Struggle bus. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me explain that really quick. So TeckWrap, I think you do it with all the vinyl, but I can't say for sure. The ones I've used so far, though, this blue one was a sheet, and the red and pink ones were in a roll. All three did have a protective layer on it. So you can see there's this sort of like just clear-ish piece you just take off that has nothing to do with the actual sticking of the vinyl and stuff. So you're supposed to take it out before you cut it. I didn't, which is now led to Jeremy's very much confusion. My bad.
Don't mind me, just struggling.
So yeah,
So
take
it's
that out
nothing-
before you cut it because now we're stuck taking
user
out all the little
error,
things.
User error, nothing to do with TeckWrap.
Yeah, sorry.
Just
But
user error.
honestly, cool for TeckWrap to like
Actually
protect
their
their
stuff. Yeah,
vinyl
exactly.
like that.
Yeah, I think on the cheapy vinyl that we get, I didn't even know they have protection. I don't think they do.
Yeah, you're right. Like we've gotten like just cheap rolls of
Amazon
white
version
or
with
black. Yeah, and they don't
everything.
have
Yeah,
protective.
exactly. It's
I
just-
understand like for this shiny kind and like the really pretty colors that you would want to make sure that's protected versus like you get it
Yes.
scratched up because it's rubbing on the back
Exactly.
of itself or in the packaging.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
So-
very cool TeckWrap.
Yes.
Sorry we didn't get the memo.
There we go. I'm struggling a little bit because I don't think it cut all the way through on mine.
I think the blade on my Cricut is just about time to replace.
I think so. And of course, with the extra bit of vinyl, it's going to be a little bit harder, but that's okay. Working through it.
We are creative. We've got it.
Yes. Okay.
I've taken the protective layer off of my raindrops now.
Good. I have finally taken the vinyl off, almost, of mine.
So mine are sticking.
Minus one raindrop that needs to be manually placed. Okay, got it. Here we
And
go.
it's sticking because sometimes,
Boom.
let's say you do take your vinyl out and you didn't cut all the way through. You don't have to recut. You don't have to like throw this piece away. A lot of times you can just kind of use your finger. I know there's like the picking tool or like something that's not going to rip it, but sometimes going to hold it down. And once you just kind of start it, it'll like come off pretty easily. Whee!
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And then, for the most part, that's how that works. So you don't have to be afraid if it didn't work right away.
Yes, it did. I'm going to place mine down like that. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now that I'm not confused, man, I was super confused with that. I was like, what is happening? Like, I pulled this off. I get these little tiny raindrops that don't seem to stick to anything. Like, I'm just going to keep working through it until Andrew's done talking. And then I realized what happened. All right. All good on that. Get this stuff out of the way.
Cheryl on YouTube says she loves this card. I'm glad, Cheryl.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
hope you enjoy it. I keep saying like they're my favorite card, but I really do like this card. I really like umbrellas.
They're all the favorite cards.
I know.
Every card's a favorite
I
card.
like umbrellas. I think this one's a really cool one. The way also kind of allusions to like it's raining, but the white is like protected. And
Exactly.
cards,
Yes.
and
It's
I don't know,
raining
I really like
around it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
do like it, but I think the Thanks a Brunch card might be my favorite. Although, again, this is the most downloaded this
This is
month.
all of your favorites.
Yeah.
This is your favorites. All right. I'll glue my.
Oh, Dawn, if you're on, by the way, last week I didn't get to say hi to you, but appreciate you. I heard that you like my haircut, so thank you. I didn't get to say thanks on the live, so I wanted to make sure I said it. So, Dawn, if you're there, hi, and thank you. Someone tag Dawn for later if she's not on.
Dawn's not on.
Everyone just
Something's
posts Dawn,
wrong.
Dawn, Dawn. in the
Something's
comment.
wrong if Dawn's not on.
Oh no.
Alrighty. There we go.
Almost there. Got one more raindrop.
You got this. I believe in you.
You believe in me? I also, funny enough, had a raindrop come off, and I need to either hand place it or fix.
It's also upside down.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it, but I wanted to get it down off my hand
Oh,
first.
I gotcha. It's like it's anti-gravity drops.
There
Very
we go.
nice.
All right, let me just get my transfer.
Now, last little bit to get those rain on there.
Vanessa from Forever Petals by V.
Oh,
Hi,
hello.
it's been a little bit.
Yes, it has been.
Haven't seen you since XOXO.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us on the Facebook
Yes.
instead of the Instagram, because Instagram's being dumb.
Instagram is mean and kicked us off because they want to do their own thing versus how we do it.
Exactly. It's okay. We'll figure out something and we'll be back on eventually.
Eventually. Until then, we are on a website, so
Yes.
if anyone's confused,
Yes,
tell
on our
your
website
friends.
and Facebook and YouTube. All of them. All right.
Ooh, okay, not to like, speaking of social media, who out there thinks TikTok is going to be banned?
Oh, jeez, that's a big topic.
Yeah.
Great question.
Leslie, who's our social media assistant, she design team knows her well. She handles all of that. She's great. She posts. She writes the copy for posts, so it's all her. But she was telling me, she's like, I'm a little concerned. TikTok seems like it might get banned. And I was like, oh boy, well, I guess we'll see.
Something will happen. We'll see what happens there.
All right, I got my raindrops on as well. You can kind of see them in the light. It's a similar blue, but it's kind of, I think in person you can see a little bit better. Oh, okay. Now there's a couple more steps here.
Okay.
Whoopsie. I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing on or cubing on my umbrella.
Okay. So we're gonna glue these two pieces together
Yeah,
first.
so there's the shiny gold on this one, which is just a darker layer. On your SVG file, you're just gonna glue it on. You can cube it. I liked the glue version though. I looked at both. So I'm gonna glue it on. Kind of gives it like that 3D effect of like you know, this side's closer to you.
Yeah, exactly.
The lighting. It plays with the lighting.
Shiny. A little bit of shine on you.
Shine.
All right.
Dawn! I was just talking about you. Yeah. Hi. If you haven't seen what we were talking about earlier before, last week I didn't get to say hi to you on the live, and I heard you liked my hair. My haircut, that was cute, so I want to say thank you and hello in person, or you know, in person.
In person. Through a screen.
Yes, through the screen.
Alrighty. Get all those down. Nice little cubied up umbrella there. Pull all these pieces off. Boom.
Stick.
Sticky. Boom. Alright. I'm going to place this down on top of you. Just like that. And I got my little umbrella handle. My little J. Backwards J thing here.
Backwards J.
Yeah.
J for Jeremy.
Yes. There we go. Just like that. We're getting towards the end.
We are. We're almost there. We got, I think, one more step, or I'm sorry, 2 more steps for you.
There's that.
Ready? I'm right behind you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, the vinyl excursion kind of threw us off a
There's
little
just
bit.
a smidge.
Just a
Alright.
wee bit.
Also, there is a little grass here. We wanted to cubey that as well. I'm going to use
already QB'd mine, so
Fabulous.
just waiting for you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate your patience.
Yes, indeed. Oh, did you lose your little handle?
Did
Oh,
I?
you
Oh,
have
no,
it.
it's
Oh,
over
there.
here.
Good.
Da-da-da-da.
Ta-da! Just like that. Cards coming together.
It is.
Yes.
I like this card.
Yeah, we've had several hundred downloads on this one card alone, so.
It was, I think the last time I checked, it was over 700.
Oh, wow.
I think closer to 800.
Wow,
So
very nice.
this was a very popular card
Very
this
popular
month.
card.
Which I hope we see a lot of them come in for Cards for
Mhm.
Cubs, like when we go through
Yes.
the cards. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, and we'll see a bunch of different ones of ours. We need to get it on Pinterest.
Yeah, we do. That would be fun. How many of you guys use Pinterest? I feel like our Pinterest is really,
I
really
use
low.
Pinterest.
So I use it a lot too. So also we are on Pinterest, and if you don't follow us, you should follow us on there. All right. Next up, we are going to QB the yellow or the piece with
The
yellow piece
yeller.
with all the cute little pieces on here to the embossed blue.
Yes. We'll do some extra strips.
Put them in the corners. First, we are using Bailey Art QBs.
Mm-hmm. Got several different, we have 4 different sizes here. 2 different, oops, hey, look, magic trick. 2 different thicknesses and 2 different types. So we have these squares and these strips. I'm using the strips, Andrew's using the squares. And we're both using the thin size, right? And so for the thin size, doing double work, pulling this off at the same time. For the thin size here, 2 of these equal 1 of the thick ones, right?
Yeah. So the thick and the strips are really good for shakers, and I like the different, like the cubes, for like a lot of different layer dimension. Like on a cake topper, you want a piece that wants to come up above another piece, so a taller cubie would work really good for that.
Yes, indeed. So I'm putting these down here. Another one down here. I like to put a lot because I like stability.
Stability. Putting my pieces down. Push, push. Just make sure to give it a nice little push to make sure everything sticks.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
cute, cute. Oh yeah, I like that one. There's the cactus and there's this one, the bee
Yes.
glue holder.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, okay. So we've got all ready to be put down on the card to officially make this a card.
Yes. Currently, it's not a card. It's just, I guess it could be a postcard.
Postcard.
Woo!
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I put this on the postcard. A postcard,
postcard.
with the cubies as a postcard. They probably come off.
Probably.
They're not safe.
All right, the last little bit here.
This is the last card of March for Bailey Art, because Cards for Cubs the Card for Cubs card drive is now coming to an end. So again, don't forget to send off your cards, pack them up in a nice box. You can check out our guidelines on cardsforcubs.org and send your cards to CFC HQ so we can
Yes.
sort, pack, and send
Yes.
to kids and young adults in foster care.
And all that information can be found on the website cardsforcubs.org.
Yes. All right. This is the last card of
The
March.
reveal. The reveal.
Da, 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 da.
Boom. There we
That's
have
cute.
it. And what was the name of this card again?
This is the Showered with Love
The
card.
Showered with Love card. So this is the top rated SVG that we have on our website, barely.art. Go ahead and download it. It's for free.
For free.
For free, just for you.
And if you want to check out TeckWrap, they are the ones that sent out these lovely vinyls to us. I really liked the begonia rose. It's metallic red. It's
The
really
metallic
pretty.
one is really good.
So it's my favorite personally, but to each his own. I really think it made this card pop, and it also was really cool because you could put it on all at once. But don't forget to take off the protective layer because that will confuse you.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Like me. It's very confusing. I almost just used the protective layer as my raindrops, which actually probably would have been fine if it stuck.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think that is it. Anything else you want to mention? You want to give them that last total we had of the volunteers and such of CFC?
what our last little total here is. Drum roll. All right, as of right now, we have 6,655 participants that we have pledged 64,919 cards, and we have 14,722 cards that have been counted, but there's whole stacks of them over there.
Whole
So
stack that needs to be looked at. So
there's
if
a
you are in the
lot of them.
DFW area or visiting, you want to check us out, volunteer here, especially summer break coming up.
Yes.
Get your kids to volunteer. It's always good to be part of the community. And we would love to have some people be able to help us sort all these thousands and thousands of cards.
There's a lot of cards. Yeah, so any little bit of help is appreciated. Either if you got an hour here or there, etc. We are available at all times of the day.
Yeah, I've seen some volunteers come in just for like an hour, and they get through a lot.
They go through a
so
lot,
it's not
yes.
crazy difficult.
No.
Grace is the one who's working with the volunteers right now, and she's streamlined that process where it's just easy. You're just looking at the cards and putting them in, and so we can count them up. But we'll give you, I guess, the official total next live after a week, once everything's been closed and hopefully comes in. So send your cards, and we will see you very, very soon. So,
all right.
Hope you enjoyed this card, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Bye-bye.